Go ahead and tap into what you want to feel today from this practice. What is it you're looking to receive? What outcome? How do you want to feel today, tonight? Setting that intention that you will allow that feeling to come through on the mat tonight. And letting go of any competition, releasing shoulds and expectations. And also letting go of judgment. And gently walk the hands over to the right side, off the edge of the mat to where your left hand is stacked over right hand. Melting the heart towards the mat. Feeling the stretch through the left side ribs. And slowly walk the hands to the left with the right hand stacked on top. Feeling the right side open and stretch. Couple more breaths here. And gently walking the hands back to center. Deep breath in, expanding the belly, the rib cage. Exhale, feeling the space of the chest and belly decompress. And gently walk the hands in towards the knees, letting the hands rest on the thighs, sitting back on the heels. Trying to align the head over heart, shoulders over hips. So heavy through the arms. Then turn the palms to face upright. Upright position represents receiving, opening. Hands face down, representing grounded, security, connection. And let's slowly walk the hands out front. We'll find our first downward dog. So hands are to the front corners of our mat. Toes tuck underneath. And lift the hips. The feet are in the back corners of the mat. See if you can take up lots of mat space in this version of down dog. Yeah, I also like to call this starfish pose. So if you feel like that, it's okay. Good. Let's walk the feet into a normal downward dog. Good. And we'll slowly make our way to all fours and hands and knees, tabletop position. Lower the belly, look up, tilt the tailbone up. Soft elbows. Nice. And we'll move back to our downward dog, spreading the hands out wide. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Breathe here. Walking the hands just a little bit into Chihuahua. The hands and feet are even closer, but still in that downward dog type of pose. And we'll add a twist. So taking the left hand to the outside of your right ankle. The gaze goes under that right arm, right armpit. Release. Then we'll switch. Taking right hand to the outside of the left ankle. Looking under the left arm, armpit. Let's twist and release. And let's find our way to all fours and then down onto the elbows, relaxing those hands and wrists so the hands come out front. Walk the knees back, finding Sphinx pose. So we can pull the chest through between the biceps, gently lift the top of the head. The thighs are down on the mat. Notice if there's a crease in the back of the neck from trying to look up. Try to lengthen the neck out instead of having that king neck here. Gently, gently pull the body through the arms. Bringing the hands under the shoulders, rest the head on the mat. And from here, we'll press back to child's pose. Pushing into the hands, take the knees wide and the big toes together, softening back into child's pose. Reconnecting with the breath. And from here, we'll move into a kneeling plank. So shifting up to all fours and then a kneeling plank. So it's a long body, shoulders, long back. Take some breaths here. And slowly press back to child's pose. Taking a few breaths. So then we'll move with our breath. So on the inhale, it's coming up to a kneeling plank. And then exhale presses back to that child's pose. Inhale, kneeling plank. Moving slow through the transitions. It's not just about racing into each pose. Enjoying the journey your way. It's 2 sets. And we'll meet in that child's pose. And child's pose, turn the palms again to face upright. Might feel a little bit different place in your back. Feel the stretch. And slowly turn the hands down. Hands and knees, all fours. Let's find our kneeling lunge. Stepping the right foot or helping the right foot between the hands. Long back. Nice. From here we'll find a straddle split. So the back left toes tuck underneath. We'll lift the right toes. Send the hips back in space. Body will tell you where to stop as you feel the stretch. Back of the leg, the calf. Just finding your version. If you need to back out, just back forward towards that lunge. Slowly come back into a kneeling lunge. So right knee is over the ankle. Just take some breaths here to sink into the hips. Big breath in, out. Inhale. And this time exhaling back to that straddle split. So the right toes lift, we're on the right heel. The hips move back. Here for a few rounds. Eventually we'll move with the breath. Back to kneeling lunge. Shifting forward. Exhale, shift hips back, right toes lift. Using the hands to help stabilize. Inhaling forward, lunge, exhale back. Just 2 of these side. Slowly arriving back to a kneeling lunge. And we'll switch right leg slides back to all fours. Help or step left foot through. Framing the left foot with the fingers. Long spine. Relax through the shoulders. Sinking down in the hip. Couple more rounds of breath here. Full breath in and out. Moving into straddle splits, the right toes tuck underneath, back toes. Left toes lift, so we're on the heel. So we shift back. So finding whatever your straddle splits looks like here. You might not sink all the way back like where I'm at here. Like here. Feel your body. Making sure you're not shooting pain. If you're hurting, back out. Couple more breaths wherever you are here. Back into that runner's lunge and breathe. Flat back. Good. And then exhale, straddle splits. Nice and slow, take it back. Inhale, coming into that kneeling lunge position. Exhale, sinking back, left toes lift. Notice one side feels different than the other. Common. Two more rounds. Really good one for the back. The posture. Find our way in that kneeling lunge. And slowly back to hands and knees at all fours. Spread out the fingers. And find our downward dog. Toes tuck, lift the knees. Send the tailbone up to the sky. Couple more breaths. Pressing the chest towards the thighs. Slowly start to step the feet to the hands in a forward fold. Hands don't have to touch the mat. Knees are soft. And shake the head yes and no. Hands to opposite elbows, sway side to side. Ragdoll arms. And release the hands, circle sweep the feet down, around, and up. Stretch overhead, reach overhead, inhale. And connect the hands at the top as you arrive. Standing. Scan the body. Starting at the top of the head, moving down to the feet. Notice what's coming up for you mentally, physically, emotionally. I release the hands down and clasp the hands behind the back, opening through the chest. The knuckles are pulling down to open across the collarbones, open through the sternum, and slowly hinge forward. Keeping the hands clasped, finding your forward. Maybe the knuckles reach to the sky. Out. Lift through the top of the head, keeping the hands clasped till you get to the top and release. Open the hands wide. Step the left foot back on our mat. Warrior one. So the back foot is a 45 degrees. Fingers reach overhead. And then open up to 5-point star. So really stretching those arms wide. Take a base, the fingers spread open. Good. And then moving into standing sun. So palms turn up to the sky. Lay the head back and imagine you breathing onto your face, across the skin, across the arm, hands, chest. Literally feeling the heat build in the face. Good. Relax the arms down. We'll bend at both knees into a squat position. We'll bring the hands down in front of the torso, in front of the legs. And then on the inhale, let's sweep the arms overhead, straighten out the legs, big stretch overhead, cross at the wrists. Exhale, sweep down, bend at the knees, cross the wrists at the bottom. Inhale to come back overhead. So just moving at your own pace. There's a sun flow. You move into that squat. Think about those knees tracking open towards the little toe edge of the foot. More sets. Nice. Relax the arms. We'll turn towards the front of our mat and take a step into mountain pose. Pull out the toes, spread out the toes. You might even look down and see if you can set one toe down at a time. You lift all the toes and set them down one at a time. And warrior one on that other side. So the right foot steps back. Bring both fingers, both hands overhead to where the arms are back towards the ears. Good. And again, opening into that sun on the other side. So 5-point star and then opening. So facing the window side this time. Lay the head back, palms face upright. Feel the space from fingertip to fingertip, through the collarbone, the center of your heart. And we'll slowly release the arms. And again, bending the knees. And moving those elbows down to the thighs. Cowboy pose. So the elbows rest on the thighs. You can shift side to side, kind of lunging into that knee as you shift to that same side. Keeping the head lifted, chest lifted. Gazing ahead. Nice. Keep breathing. Slowly start to straighten the legs. Release the hands down to the mat. And bring the feet to where they're parallel with each other. A wide leg forward fold. Head is hanging, kneecaps lifting. Lifting through the arches of the feet as well. Long, deep breath. And long exhale. I can do hard things one step at a time. Slowly press into the hands, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Flat back. And then we'll add a twist. So placing the left hand directly under the gaze, under the face, and then send the right hand up to the sky. Backing the shoulders, the arms. Up to the top fingers or the bottom fingers. And slowly bring that right hand down, replacing the right hand down, and then send that left hand up to the sky. Sing up to the top hand, or down at the right hand. Twist. One more breath in, really lengthen up. And exhale, melt the left hand down, returning to a fold. the head, top of the head down. If you want to go a little deeper, maybe hold on to the ankles. Back the hands behind the ankles, behind the feet. Slowly make our way out from the fold by, once again, bringing the hands under the shoulders. Pull the heels in so the toes are out. Taking a big sweep up to the sky. Touch the fingers together in temple fingers, so the index fingers and thumbs touch. And the other three fingers are weaving together. Gaze through the hands. If you can lift those fingers a little higher, touch the ceiling, feel really tall. Nice. Moving into a moon flow. So unclasp the hands, bend at the knees, bring the elbows towards the rib cage, open palms, bent knees, and then inhale, reaching wide into a 5-point star. Exhaling, bending at the knees, elbows come to the rib cage. Inhale to re-extend, open arms. Movement and breath. Moon flow. Joe doesn't want to flow. He's holding the star. That's an exhale and a squat. Inhale for the star. Hey, it's your practice. You can do whatever you want. If 5-point star is what you wanted to do, by all means. Do any pose you want. I am only the guide. Two more. And relax the arms. Take a big step all the way up to the front, top of the mat, mountain pose. Practice our balance. Start with that tree pose on the right foot. So we ground the right foot. You might lift all the toes and see if you can spread out the toes to where you can see colors of mat between each toe. You can help your toes maybe. And then take that left heel against the right ankle with the left knee tracking out to the left. Stand tall, gaze straight ahead, finding something about eye height to focus your gaze on. You slowly move the foot up to the calf. If you're feeling coordinated and balanced here, maybe reach down with that left hand and bring the left foot to the inner thigh. Wherever you're at is good. If you feel shaky or wobbly, just know you're building strength. You're building neural pathways in the brain. And they say the more balanced neural pathways you have, it directly correlates to how long you live. Just finding your center. Just keep breathing. You might focus on that breath at the center of your body. Hold on to the ceiling. To put hands up there. Couple more breaths here. Amazing. To come out, we'll take the left knee forward and step down. Shake out that right leg a bit. Step into the other foot, taking it out. And we'll ground our left foot onto the mat, switching sides. So spreading out all the toes so you see colors of mat between each toe. And then taking the right heel to the left ankle. Maybe this is where you stay, or the foot goes up the leg. And even reaching down with that right hand to pull the foot to the inner left thigh. The right knee is tracked out to the right. Gazing ahead, that visual focal point, hopefully something that's not moving, not me. A couple more rounds of breath. Wherever you're at here, give your body the oxygen it needs to sustain the energy in these muscles. And out, release the arms, bring the knee forward and slowly step it out, shaking out the little feet. Good. Good. Let's do a big arm sweep overhead, reaching up. And on the exhale, press the palms away, hinge at the hips to swan dive, forward fold. Good. On the inhale, again, reverse swan dive back up overhead. Exhale, folding, open hands. And just a few more to warm up these legs. Last one. We'll meet in a forward fold. Forward fold, downward dog. Feet back, hands press into the mat at the top. And moving into a three-leg dog to set up for pigeon. So the right leg lifts to the sky as high as you can bring it up. Bend that right knee. And then pull the right knee forward all the way behind the right wrist as close as you can. So the right knee is behind that same side right wrist. Left leg walks back. Walk the hands, hips, the head lifts. Don't push through pain. The elbows come down. Option to make the hands into a fist. Stack those fists to where the forehead is resting on those stacked hands. Relax through your eyes, the backs of your eyes, nerves connecting your eyes to your brain, soften. Releasing tension at the roof of the mouth, teeth and gums, little eyelid muscles relax, jaws. I'm relaxing the tiniest of muscles. It relaxes the leg, the glute. Slowly start to lift the head if it was lowered down. Walk the hands back towards the hips. Coming back to downward dog, we'll press the hands into the mat. Tuck the left toes underneath and slide out that right leg back to downward dog. Staying here. If you want to add a half salute, you can, or find child's pose. Half salute. It's an inhale to a plank. Lowering, bend at the elbows to the chest. Light the toes. Lift the glutes. Lift the head, chest, belly. Nice. Come back to down dog. Look between the hands. Tuck the toes. Send the hips up in space. Or going from hands and knees and then into downward dog is great too. Nice. Let's get that pigeon on the other side. So press the right heel down on the mat to lift the left foot to the sky. Good. And left knee. Pulling the left knee up towards the chest. Pulling all the way up through to the left wrist. And then the right leg walks back on the mat. Kind of more towards the center. Walk the hands back on each side of the hip. Lifting the top of the head. And maybe this is where you stay on this side. It's normal to be different on one side or the other. Or come down to the elbows. Maybe the fist stack. The forehead rests on the stacked fists. Just breathe. Softening the eyebrows and the forehead. Cheeks. Mouth relaxes, the lips. You might notice that left side glute relaxes the more you relax and breathe in the pose. Nice. Couple more rounds of breath. To come out, we'll do a little bit different than the other side, but start by pressing into the hands to lift the head. Walking the hands back. Lean the weight over into that left side thigh, leg, and then the right back leg swings around. Make our way up to seated crossed legs. Finding your sitting bones. If it's a little challenging to sit crossed legs, you can always roll up your yoga mat and get a little bit of elevation by sitting up on a rolled up mat. Helps a lot. Just letting the hands rest in the lap, arms relax. Feeling that omnipresent gravity holding the legs, arms down. There's a lift through the spine, but not rigid straight, but just straight as you can without forcing. Good. We'll offer a side bend here. So taking the left hand to the left side, just off the edge of the mat. We'll take that right hand up and then over to your left. If you have it in your practice, maybe the left elbow comes down to the mat. Try to keep the heart lifted. So a lot of times that heart tries to close and contract. You can open the heart up as you find this side. Nice. You guys could hold hands at the heart. It would be a great photo.
Yeah, she wants to hold hands to you, Emily.
She's like, I'm gonna stay over here. Let's come back to center. Take a breath here. Let's take the right hand over to the right. Left hand sweeps up to the sky, reach high, and then over to your right. Maybe that right elbow finds its way down. And just thinking about your heart in your chest, tilting up to the sky. Slowly arrive back at center. Both hands to each side. Into the mat. You might even have to like lean forward so you can press it. And then on the inhale, it's a big sweep reaching overhead. Hold here, keep breathing. As you look between the hands. Good. See if you can lift a little bit higher. Inhaling, lengthen through the rib cage. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Chest lifts to the thumbs. Nice. And from here, we'll take the feet out front, making sure you have some mat space behind you. First, we'll move into that boat pose. So holding the backs of the legs, shins parallel to the floor, flat back. Really using your arms to pull your body forward if you're in that supported boat, or keeping the core tight. Arms find their way out to each side. Good. Advance. You can row the boat. Let's bring it back to regular supported boat, holding the backs of the legs. Round the back, dip the chin, and rock back. Just being mindful. Mat space back there. You're not running into the wall and things. Rock and roll. Rock side to side. And moving into C-pine twist. So with the legs together, knees touching, feet touching, knees bent. Take both those legs over to your left side. Try to keep them stacked as best you can. That right shoulder might come up from the mat, and that's okay. Bring the left hand to the top right knee. You lay on your side here. We'll open that right arm up to the right. Supine twist, aka chiropractor stretch. And soften the body. Softening, exhale by exhale. Notice where you're still holding on to tension that you could let go of. Amazing. Couple more breaths. Make our way out by first taking the gaze up to the sky. And then hug both knees back to the chest. Good. Lift the head, lift the shoulders, curling up in a tight ball. Squeeze it in, little, little, little. Amoeba pose. As tiny as you can. Relax the head and shoulders down. The knees still in at the chest. Glue the feet, the knees, the legs together. And take the legs to your right. Keeping the feet, knees, legs stacked. Over on the right side there. Good. Moving into the twist. Open the left arm to the left. Gazing down to the left palm. A sinking breath. Softening 1% more with each exhale. Stay here for 3 more rounds of exhales. Inhales. Wonderful. Slowly coming out, first by gazing up to the sky. Pull the knees to chest. Rotate those ankles. Maybe flex or point the feet. That would feel good. Nice. Let's take the knees wide here. Holding the knees. And cross right ankle over left. Hold the outside edges of the feet. As you pull the feet gently in towards the body. Yep. Good. Switch the ankle crossover. And gently draw the feet in with the hands and the outsides of the feet. Good. Moving into our Shavasana, gently release the feet, bent knees, feet to the mat, and then draw the right leg out and then the left leg to that Shavasana. Arms by the sides, open armpits, palms faced up. Let the fingers naturally curl. Letting go anywhere in the body that's still holding on. Find a big breath and a big sigh. Giving yourself permission to let go of having to do anything. Feeling safe. Safe enough to soften even more. Noticing the quality of your energy here. Breathing in even more peace. Breathing out anything heavy that you've been carrying. Again, breathing in peace. Exhale anything you've been carrying. Nothing to fix here, nothing to prove. Just be here. Clenching your jaw, the shoulders. Release any gripping in the stomach. Releasing the hips, thighs, glutes. Knees relax, and calves. In. Exhale. All the muscles soften. Breath is easier. Mind is quiet. Visualizing yourself moving through the rest of your evening just a little bit lighter. Making choices from a space of love and peace rather than performance or pressure. Eating because you are caring for your body. Moving because it feels good to move. And resting because you deserve it, not because you have to. You deserve it. You're becoming this man or woman who naturally takes care of herself, himself. And taking a deep breath in, place one hand over your heart. Thanking yourself for showing up on the mat today. Deep breath in, exhaling slow. Carrying the softness within you. Allow the softening. Come back together here by slowly wiggling the fingers and the toes, flickering them. And gently bend the elbows, bend the knees to place the feet on the mat. Blink the eyes open, eye cover. And we'll roll to our favorite side, right or left side. Moving into seated from side laying by pressing into the hands, making our way into crossed legs. Let's take a big breath in together here to seal in our practice. Exhale, bowing forward. Namaste, yogis. Namaste. Namaste, namaste. How are we feeling? Good, 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 good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good. Yes. Absolutely.
That Sunday after a 17-hour summer rally.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
I felt mostly. It was 13 hours to get there.
What,
The 17.
why did you go to Oklahoma City?
My daughter's in an internship out there.
Oh, okay.
She's building, or working for the company that's building the Coliseum for the Thunder.
Oh, nice.
Mm. Wow. Wow. That's interesting.
There was a storm on the way back. Followed up for like 4 hours. Just pissing her.
You said it took longer to come back,
Yeah,
and that's probably why.
that was.
Oh, geez.
You drive your new car?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.